Welcome to the next lesson, and in the previous lesson we discussed that how we can do the conditional formatting. So we will continue with the same topic, and we will see that how we can further explore some of the other features about the conditional formatting. So we will go back to the conditional formatting option. So in order to do that, we'll go to this analyze section, and we click here on this three dot and go back to the formatting rules. And here we have one of the rule that we had defined in the previous lesson. And if we want to edit this existing rule, so we will select this rule and we will click here on the edit icon, and so we can make some modifications if required. For example, uh, in the previous lesson we discussed that we had opted for 150 as the sales price. So if we want to change it to 200, or for example 180, so wherever the sales price is greater than 180, only then this conditional formatting will work. Other than that, we can put some more conditions in the same criteria. For example, we can click here on the plus sign, so that will add the condition after the current condition. So we will say that sales price greater than 180, and then we'll click here on this three dot and we will select object or variable. And the next condition that we will put is and for example category. Okay, and the so next object that we want to target is the category, and then we will go for the operator. So since the category is a text based information, so what we can do is instead of saying equal to or greater than or less than, we can go for an operator which is called in list. So if we go for this operator, the enlist operator, which means we will have the option to select multiple categories. So if we click here in list, so we can specify here value 1, 2 and 3 and some other like more than 3 values as well. So the condition will be that sales price greater than 180 and category is in the list. So whether it could be category 1, category 2 or 3, so we need to type those categories. But again, since we have a long list of categories and there's a chance of making the typing errors, so instead of typing those categories, if we click here on these three dots and then if we click here on values, which means we can select from the list of all the possible categories which are available in the database. So let's go for boat wear and casual dress, day wear, and what else, let's go for jewelry. Okay, and one more, let's go for jeans as well. So these are the selected categories, and if we click OK, so again, so sales price greater than 180 and category in this list, whatever the items that we have selected, if both conditions are true, only then this formatting will take effect. Okay, so if we click OK and again OK, so we already have applied that rule on the article ID column and the category column. So now let's check whether both conditions are true or not. So let's go back to the reading mode. All right, so let's go for the first one. So again, category is jewelry. Okay, and the price is more than 180. Okay, fine, both are correct. And then if we scroll down, so again it's jewelry, price is more than 180, day wear more than 180. And if we go to the next page, so the same thing. So both conditions are true. The category is in from the categories which we have selected from the list, and the sales price is more than 180 as well. So both, so again the categories that we had selected. So if we go back to the design mode, so let's go back to this formatting rules, And if we want to edit further, so we can again click on the edit icon and we can make some more changes. Okay, so let's cancel and let's try to create a new format. So if we want to add a new format, so you can click here on the plus sign, and then you will have to give the name. So let's give it a name, catalog conditional format. All right, catalog conditional format, and then in the filter you will select the object or variable, and again let's go for let's go for the category. Okay, and click OK, and then you will have to select the operator. So category again, I think we can go for, or let's go for equal to. Now in the equal to we can select only one value, whereas in list we can select multiple values. So category equal to, and if you don't know the values, so you can click here on this values, and then you can select any one of the values. So let's go for jewelry. Okay, where is the jewelry? All right, so let's go for jewelry and click OK. Okay, so where category is equal to jewelry, and what formatting will take place, let's just change the background color. So I will just change the background color. Okay, and click OK. All right, so once you have created the new rule, so you'll click OK, and the new rule, we are calling it the catalog conditional format, and click OK. So we have now two rules available, and if you want to apply this new rule, so all you have to do is to right click on that particular column. So currently we are not on page number 1, so if you want to go to page number 1 just to see all these columns, so you can navigate from the top, you can go back to the page number 1. So let's say this new rule we want to apply on the article label. Okay, this is the column where we want to apply this new rule. So if we right click and then we can go here to the formatting rules, and on this column we want to apply this catalog conditional format, and click OK. Okay, so let's say we want to apply this new rule on the article label. So we will select any cell of this column, right click, and then we will go here to the formatting rules, and we want to apply the catalog conditional format on that article label column, and click OK. So wherever we have the category equals to jewelry, the corresponding cell from the article label will be selected or will have the conditional format. So we can check that. So okay, jewelry, so the article label cell has been highlighted, jewelry here, okay, jewelry here. So on the article label we have applied a different conditional format, whereas on the article ID and on the category we have applied a different conditional format. Okay, all right, so let's go back to the formatting rules. So we have two different rules that we already have created. So if we go back to the catalog conditional format, and let's see what we can do further. So we'll click here on the edit icon. So again, as we discussed in the previous lesson, we can add some multiple conditions, so that option is also available. So let's try to create a new rule. So I will cancel here, and okay, fine. So what I will do is I will cancel this window as well. I'll just go out, and I will remove all the conditional formats from all these columns. So I will select the article ID, right click, and going back to the formatting rules and uncheck the sales formatting, and I will do the same here on the article label. Formatting rules, uncheck, and in the category as well, right click, going to formatting rules and uncheck. So currently on this table there are no conditional formatting. So let's try to create a new conditional format. So I'll go back to the analyze and we'll click here on formatting rules, and we will create a new rule, and I'll just call it new conditional format. Okay, and the condition that is that in the filter section, before we selected the object or variable, which means when we are targeting one of the column or one of the object in our condition, so we can go for the object or variable, or we can go for the cell contents. Okay, so which cell contents means that instead of looking at these different columns, the condition will look at the cell contents in all of the table. So the condition is cell contents uh, equals to or greater than or less than. So again, let's go for wherever the cell contents greater than. Okay, and then let's type a value. Let's go for 150. Now again, we are not making a specific condition for the sales column. We are just saying that cell contents, so which means all of the cells. So where in any cell where the value is more than 150, so then some conditional formatting will take place. And what conditional formatting will happen? So we'll click here on format, and let's only change the background color. All right, and okay. All right, so let's see what will happen. So this is the new one is called as the new conditional format, and we will click OK. So we are done with creating a new conditional format, and now we want to apply the conditional format on any of the column here. So let's try to add the column. Let's try to add this conditional format on the article ID. So right click and going to the formatting rules, and let's add this new conditional format. Click OK. All right, so again, since all these values are more than 150, so all of these values have been selected. If we apply this rule here on the sale price and going to the formatting rules, new conditional format, and OK. So all 150 plus values have been highlighted. So again, if we go back to this new conditional format, so you can select the object or variable, and then you can say that if the sales price is more than 150 or any other operator, uh, or you can go for the cell contents. Yeah, so in the cell contents, it will directly look at the value. So wherever the value is more than 150, again, it is not specific to sales price 150 or any other column more than 150. It is just looking at the value in the cell itself. Only then this conditional format will work. So it's again, it's up to you if you want to go for the object or variable, or if you want to go for the cell contents. So both will work. So these are different options that you can explore while creating the conditional formatting. And again, if you want to apply the format in any of the columns, so just right click on the data cell, going back to the formatting rules, and then you can just apply the rule on that particular column there.